I didn't do what they're saying. It's all a big misunderstanding.
You know, I was just over at Cedars, and I had a very illuminating conversation with a Mr. Gillespie, the driver of the vehicle that killed Tammy Winslow. But then you know Mr. Gillespie, don't you? He certainly knows you. Gillespie confessed, Alan. He admitted that you hired him to run down Jonathan Randall and that he hit Tammy Winslow by mistake.
It's a lie. It'll never hold up in court.
I'm a district attorney, Alan. I know about these things. That document is enough to put you away for life. But relax. I'm here now. Things may not be as hopeless as they seem.
I'm not certain I follow you, Doris.
Come with me. Let's take a walk. Hello, Detective.
Miss Wolfe?
I will be taking Mr. Spaulding to our interrogation room for further questioning.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
No. I've got it all handled.
Shouldn't my lawyer be present? After all, this is a rather unique way to interrogate a suspect, don't you think?
What the hell?
Oh. Boris Godunov, huh? One of my
favorites. I know. I did my research. I think you'll be pleased with the wine as well.
Why do I get the feeling this is some kind of version of the Last Supper?
Well, you can think of it as the first day of the rest of your life.
Hmm.
This is a great Pinot Noir I found. Strong, but not aggressive.
Did you read that in a newsletter?
How is it?
Excellent. Oh, thank you.
I knew you'd appreciate it.
Well, I do. And it's very thoughtful of you, Doris, but this is not exactly what I expected.
A prosecutor has many techniques at her disposal when dealing with a suspect.
Is that a fact?
I do have a high success rate.
I'm sure you do. But I want to tell you I had nothing to do with Tammy Winslow's death.
We shouldn't discuss the specifics of the case. Well, not without an attorney present.
Well, then what would you like to discuss?
Oh, you seem so tense.
Well, the realization that I may be spending the rest of my life in prison will do that to me.
I heard about your previous incarceration. You're claustrophobic?
Oh, more research, huh?
I suppose leaving you to rot in that dark, tiny cell might have been enough to break you.
Is that what you're trying to do? Break me?
It is my job. But I do get the sense that you're a man not easily broken.
No, I'm not. Why don't you tell me what this is really all about?
I just thought I would give you a reminder of your life, of what could be taken away if that man Gillespie is allowed to speak freely.
So, you want us to cut a deal, then? Well, I want you to know that I'm open to that, because I think you are a very talented, ambitious DA that's going to have a very exciting future ahead of you.
Let's hope that's true. That must be our meal.
Hello. Now, I am no lawyer, but I smell conflict of interest. Yeah, and it reeks. Well, I knew I should have called my camera crew.
I will have you know this is an official meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry. When did Springfield's holding cell move to room 603? I love cameras. Don't you love cameras?
And don't you just love trespassing charges?
Congratulations, Miss Marlar. A story. Yes, our illustrious DA is working very hard to crack me. As a matter of fact, she's reminding me of all the luxuries I will miss if I go to prison. But what she doesn't understand is that I am innocent.
Innocent? No. You know who's innocent here is Tammy Winslow, the girl you killed.
I didn't kill her.
Well, let's see, she's buried. She's dead, she's gone, and you're brokering a deal with wine, and you got your opera going. And like they say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she ain't done singing yet. Ellen?
You know, this righteous indignation is really very believable, but it reminds me of cigarette companies trying to campaign to get people to quit smoking. You don't know anything about justice. You should be in jail yourself. You probably would be if your daddy hadn't been mayor when you came back to town.
Excuse me, you're not fit to talk about my father.
Are you through with me because I shouldn't be talking without my attorney present?
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Just so you know, I'm not letting this go.
About our deal. What are you going to need from me?
All in due time, Alan. All in due time.
Okay, well, tell me.
Tell you what, Detective.
Tell me, did you crack him? What's going on?
Oh, I don't think Mr. Spaulding had anything to do with Tammy Winslow's accident.
Accident? Are you kidding me? He practically confessed to it. The chief of police heard it?
You and I both know that that confession is not admissible.
Okay, then I'll get the real deal out of him.
Well, what do you think I was trying to do? Look, I'm sorry, Detective.
Okay, then Gillespie. What about him? Let's go after Gillespie.
Mr. Gillespie said nothing about Mr. Spaulding. In fact, we don't really have any grounds to hold him here any longer.
Don't tell me you're thinking about cutting him loose.
Look, the law is the law. I mean, the case is still open. If anyone finds proof that Mr. Spaulding put a hit on Jonathan Randall, well, then we'll prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. But for now, you're free to go.
Well, thank you, Miss Wolfe. You're tough, but you're fair, and I like that. Trust me, the police won't find anything on me, because there's nothing to find.
Have a nice day, Detective. Good afternoon, Mr. Gillespie.
There it is now. You here to set me free?
Well, you will be leaving the hospital.
Great. Can't wait to get out of this town. I'm just a little short of cash.
Won't be necessary. I've made all the arrangements.
For what? Hey, what's going on? You can't do this.
I'm changing the terms. You've become a liability to Mr. Spaulding.
Let me go. You can't do this.
You killed a girl, Mr. Gillespie. Strike one. Plus, you're in my way. Strike 2 and 3. You'll find when you return home, they'll be very happy to see you.
You can't do this. I'm gonna get you!
Hello.
Hello, Alan. I thought I would let you know the good news about Mr. Gillespie.
News?
He's been extradited to Australia. It seems he committed some terrible crimes there.
Australia? My, that's halfway around the world.
I have the distinct feeling you won't be hearing from him anytime soon.
That's very interesting. Thank you for this update.
Enjoy your freedom. I'll be seeing you very soon.